Yo, what is up, everybody? It is your boy Brandon, man, and this is my 3-week review of the Sony A9III. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man, and ooh, we got some wind going out here, yo. So I've been using the Sony A9III for about 3 weeks now. I did 2 photo shoots with it. One of the shoots you might have saw recently, it was a Halloween shoot that I did with my model Sarah, and we had an absolute great time, man. And it was at nighttime, so I really wasn't able to use some of the features that the A9III features. As you can see, A9III. There it is. See, A9III. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's it. But anyway, I really wasn't able to use a lot of the features that the brand new A9III has. One being, as a flash photographer, the 1/80,000th of a second, which basically never sends you into high-speed sync. It's a thing of the past with this camera, which is the main feature exactly for a photographer like myself. By this time, you guys pretty much know what the A9III brings. You know, it brings the global shutter, 1/80,000th of a second. It shoots 120 frames a second. It has a speed boost dedicated button right here on the front. And then it also has the 5-axis, flippy, turny, screeny thingy, which is similar or the same as the one on my Sony A7R5. Now, for somebody who owns the A1, make sure you got it, A1. Somebody who owns the A1 and the A7R5, when I was using the A9III, a lot of people asked me, do I need the A9III? Let me tell you something that you might not know about the A9III and the A1. For somebody who owns both of them, let me tell you, these cameras are very, very, very similar. They pretty much have the exact same body. The buttons, all the custom buttons, the shutter button, your 2 custom buttons back here, both of your dials right here, everything is set up the exact same way. The AF on button, your AEL button, the whole back of the camera, your C3 button on the side, your menu button, everything is set up pretty much the exact same way. They're all the same. The A9III, the buttons, like the custom buttons, are raised a little bit. These are just a little bit more seated. A lot of people ask me about the body. I will tell you that the body of the A9III is like, it's not even a half an inch. It's like a third of an inch smaller than the A1. See, and I can judge this by my hands, because when I use my hands around this grip, I can pretty much get my 3 fingers right there under it, and then my thumb on top. This one, I feel like I have just a little. It does feel good. It does really, really feel good. I'm not gonna lie. It's something about this grip is really deep. Let me tell you about the grip. The grip is really deep on the A1. All right, so like my hands, like where it comes to the back of the camera, right in here, that little groove right there. When I wrap my hands around that grip, it really doesn't touch. I have to really like grip it more to touch. The A1, the A9III, I can get my hands back there a little bit. So the grip is just slightly smaller than the thicker grip on the A1. So when I hold the A9III, it felt a little bit better. Now, as far as the height goes, the A1 is like not like a third of a freaking inch, not even that tall. It's not really that much taller, but I can feel the difference, and I put them down side by side, so I can tell that the A1 is just slightly taller than the A9III. So no, you can't use the same cages. You can't use, like, some of them that are more universal, you can. But for the most part, if everything is in the specific right spot or same spot, you won't be able to use it. So the body, another big difference between the two, again, on the A1, you only have the tilt screen that comes out, so it doesn't swivel. All right, on the A9III, again, this is really, really dope and important. I don't know why it wasn't put on the A1, when they first came out with the A1, it was basically like saying we did not need it on this type of camera because of it being the flagship camera, and that's not really what is basically used for something like that. But you put it on the A9III, which is basically a sports camera. So as a photographer, it's ideal to need that screen to swivel and up and down and stuff, because sometimes you need to get low, sometimes you need to get high. So having that screen being able to flex and do what it needs to do is ideal for a Sony camera like the A9III, all right? Especially if you're doing weddings, sports, events, you need a swivel, all right? You can't really sit there and not be able to swivel with the A1, which is really what I wish the A1 had. It would have been head over heels better, but it doesn't. Might come in the new generation of the A1 Mark II. I don't know. We will have to see. Hopefully get a better screen though. So the screen, the button layout, the body, they are super similar. But all in all, if you're one of those people that are on the fence about buying the A9III, I think it really just depends on what you already have. Like if you already have the A1, I don't think you need the A9III. You know, the 1/80,000th of a second and global shutter are really great things to have on the camera. I don't foresee that being something you need, especially if you already have something like the A7R5 or A1 or something like that. I just don't see it being. Now, here's the thing. If I did not already own the A1, I would have probably picked up the A9III, just because I think it's newer, has newer tech in it. It has the screen. Yes, it is a 24 megapixel camera, but honestly, unless you're blowing up billboards, man, you're not gonna definitely. It's still gonna look good. I mean, you can see some of the images that I already took with the A9III. You don't know if that's a 50 megapixel sensor or a 24 megapixel sensor. Man, just stop it. Just stop it. But and it doesn't shoot 8K. Not too many times. Not a lot of us shoot 8K anyway, so we don't really care about that. Price, not big of a difference. I think you literally gain a little bit more with the A9III than you would if you was to pick up the A1. Yeah, you take a hit in megapixels, you take a hit in 8K, but you also gain global shutter, you gain pre-capture, which is something that I didn't use. Pre-capture is more for you wildlife photographers out there. I don't really even need a pre-capture when I shoot weddings, but wildlife photography, they can really benefit from pre-capture. So pre-capture, global shutter, the 1/80,000th of a second, being able to dial back that shutter speed when you need to. I see more benefits with the A9III than I do the A1. So that's basically my take on it. I think it's a great camera. Will I be getting it? No, I don't. I don't see anything that I do where I would need this camera. I don't see any place where I would need it or even have to use it, especially over my portrait cameras. I'm a portrait photographer, so I don't really have a necessity for it. In my A1, when I need to get fast things, it already shoots 30 frames a second, which is more than enough, so I do not need it. Who is this camera for though? Wildlife and sports. The people that benefit from this camera most is wildlife photographers and sports photographers. Hands down, plain and simple. That's it. That custom burst button, the global shutter, the 1/80,000 when you're out there and you don't need ND filters when you're under the sun. You might be at the Olympics, you might be at a sports game outside, football game, it might be hot, you might be sun, might be cooking y'all. You don't need an ND filter. And it's fast. It's 1/80,000th of a second and you're shooting 120 frames a second. Wildlife and sports photographers, I believe. If you're wildlife and you're sports, I would definitely have this camera. But if you're just a flash or portrait photographer like myself, there's no need for it. But it's great to use. It was great playing with it. So it was this. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate Sony for sending me out the A9III. And yeah, guess we wait for now the A1. Should I upgrade to the A1 Mark II? I already got the A1. I'm excited to see what the A1 Mark II brings. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a day. We gonna see. Peace.